Hello, my friends. You know, this is probably one of my best interviews ever because I'm super excited to be sitting here with Coach Kitchen. Coach Kitchen happens to be my sister, and she happens to coach the girls at Edgewater Gymnastics in Panama City, Florida. And we heard about a year ago there was a big tragedy up there in Panama City, Florida, and Pam and all her girls lost their place, their home, their gym. And recently, through the, gracious hearts of the people at Quicken Loans and Rocket Mortgage, Pam, you were a participant in a Hometown Hero contest that was nationwide, and we're wearing the shirts because you won.
I did.
Well, tell us about that.
Oh gosh. Okay, so one of my athletes, she wrote a letter, and they had thousands of letters, and they chose her letter as one of the top finalists. And so 5 of us were the finalists, and they did stories on us and put it up on social media, and everybody voted. And
you won.
I did win $25,000, which was incredible because, like you said, our gym was totally destroyed in the hurricane, so that money has really come in to help us rebuild our gym.
Wow, what a great story. You know, from tragedy to triumph. You know, Pam, you also had some other tragedies in your life. You know, not too long ago, your husband of 36, 7 years passed away from cancer.
35.
And then right after that, bang, Pam gets cancer. Tell us a little bit about that, because I know you're cancer-free and everybody's excited about that. It's been about 5 years, right?
It's 4 years, and yes, I am cancer-free. And when Bill was diagnosed, and his went very, very fast, as soon as I found out that I had cancer, it was like, oh no, you're not doing this to me. I am going to beat this, and I'm going to show cancer who's the boss here. You already took Bill, you are not taking me. And I got the motivation from Bill how to fight cancer. Watching him those last 3 months of his cancer, I learned how to fight, and because of him, he was the hero, and he taught me how to fight, and that's what did it.
I got to tell you, sometimes we all have tragedies in our life, but it's that determination and the willpower to fight through those that help us succeed. And then sure enough, Pam, you get all cancer-free, you're ringing the bell, you're excited about that, and along comes, what was the name of that hurricane?
Hurricane Michael.
Hurricane Michael. Devastating hurricane. I think it hit at a Category 5, wiped out most of Panama City, and of course Pam's gym was right in the middle of that. So, what happened after that? So your gym's gone, you got all these girls, and by the way, her girls are national champions how many years?
Actually, the state of Florida champions.
Okay, state of Florida champions. Well, state of Florida's in the nation, so I'll still call them national champions.
All right.
One day they
We'll
will
go
be.
with that.
Yeah. But here's your gym's destroyed, so what did your girls do? I mean, what did you all do? How did they practice?
Well, not only was our gym destroyed, but a lot of our kids' homes were destroyed as well.
Wow.
And these kids were so dedicated, their parents were so dedicated that they actually traveled up to 750 miles a week to train at different locations in different counties. And we did that for 1 full year.
Wow. Talk about determination. I know those girls, they become sisters, I guess, have been working hard. So how many hours does an average gymnast have to put in to be a champion?
Depending on their level, but the kids that we train, they train 3.5 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Wow. And how long has Edgewater Gym been in existence?
15 years.
Wow. And you just celebrated that,
yeah,
right?
15 years.
I got to tell you, something else Coach Kitchen does is she has at Edgewater Classics, which is a gymnastics meet in Panama City. And I think this year you broke a record. How many kids showed up?
Well, actually, it is slated for February, and at this point, which is 4 months out, we've already have 800 kids registered. Wow. With 14 different states, so we're excited.
Wow! And how many kids did you have last year?
650.
And what was interesting about last year's meet, it was a couple of days before that hurricane, wasn't it?
The one in October was the day before the hurricane. We were out there at that resort. As a big family, everybody's celebrating together, which kind of was nice about it because that was the last time we were all together. The next day, we went to the gym. We started putting mats up just in case it might get a little wet. Had no idea that the whole gym would be destroyed, but that was the last time we were together. And the next day, after the storm hit, a lot of the kids were in the service, so they were transferred immediately. So these kids that are a family were separated immediately. They didn't even get to say goodbye to each other.
Wow. Well, I got to tell you, folks, we can learn a lot from Pam and her determination and her ambition. And I know that's passed down to all your students because they're well respected in that industry. And I wanted to share Pam's story because I'm really proud of her. Give me a hug.
Ah, it's my brother.
Hey, remember this, my friends. It doesn't matter what business you're in. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo and have a fantastic day.